Train your mind, evaluate your game, and dominate your life. Let me ask you something. When pressure hits, who do you become? If you want to perform under pressure, if you want to build confidence that lasts, if you want to separate yourself from average, you're in the right place. Welcome to the Mental Toughness by Coach P podcast, where athletes, coaches, leaders, and high performers come to train the one thing that controls everything, your mind. Each episode delivers real strategies you can apply immediately. Mental performance training, resilience and confidence, a growth mindset built on grit, and how to handle pressure and build championship habits. Hey, this isn't hype. This is training for your mind. Stop letting your past hold you back. Start building resilience today. Start becoming the version of you that performs when it matters most. For everything we offer, courses, books, mental performance training, visit our website, www.inspiringthem.com. That's inspiringthem.com. Remember now, train your mind, control your mindset, and go dominate your life. Here is this week's podcast. Welcome back to the Mental Toughness by Coach P podcast, where we train the mind to handle pressure, adversity, distractions, and the moments that define greatness. This week's episode, Let It Fly. This episode is about something every athlete, coach, leader, competitor, and high performer eventually faces. The fear of hesitation, the fear of failure, the fear of trusting yourself completely when pressure is the highest. Because hesitation destroys performance. Overthinking destroys confidence. Fear slows people down mentally. And one of the greatest differences between elite performers and average performers is this. Elite performers trust themselves enough to attack the moment. They let it fly. They don't play scared. They don't freeze emotionally. They don't spend their lives hesitating because of fear. They trust preparation. See, many talented people never fully become who they are capable of becoming. Not because they lack talent, because they lack trust. They second-guess themselves. They overanalyze every decision. They become afraid of mistakes. They worry without failure, or they worry about failure. And they play cautiously instead of confidently. Eventually, fear steals aggression. Before we begin, remember, you can find our books, our courses, our encouragement videos, and our mental performance resources all over on our website, inspiringthem.com. That's inspiringthem.com, all one word. Folks, fear creates hesitation. One of the biggest enemies of performance is hesitation. Hesitation usually begins mentally long before it shows up physically. An athlete hesitates before making a play. A business leader hesitates before making a decision. And a person hesitates before chasing a dream. Often hesitation comes from fear. Yes, fear of failing, fear of embarrassment, fear of criticism, fear of making a mistake, and fear of what people might think. You see, folks, fear creates tension. You can see it in sports immediately. Athletes stop playing aggressively, quarterbacks stop trusting their throws, shooters stop shooting confidently, and teams start playing not to lose instead of playing to win. Fear shrinks confidence. Mentally tough people understand this. Playing scared usually creates the exact outcome you were trying to avoid. When fear controls performance, aggression disappears, confidence disappears, decisiveness disappears, and freedom disappears. The best performers trust themselves enough to attack moments instead of fearing them. So let's trust your preparation, folks. One of the most powerful forms of confidence comes from preparation. Preparation creates trust. When you put in the work, you stop fearing the moment the same way. Fear may still exist, but belief becomes stronger than fear. The athlete who prepares deeply trusts instincts more naturally. The business leader who prepares thoroughly makes decisions more confidently. And the speaker who practices repeatedly communicates more freely. You see, preparation creates freedom. Elite performers don't overcomplicate moments. They simplify them because preparation already handled the complexity beforehand. Yes, pressure exposes preparation. Under pressure, you rarely rise to unrealistic expectations. You usually fall back on your habits. That's why discipline, repetition, matters. The best athletes trust muscle memory. The best leaders trust preparation. The best performers trust the work they've already put in. Let me give you a story about the locker room here. You see, sports teaches this lesson constantly. I've seen athletes dominate during practice and then freeze emotionally during games. Not because they lacked ability, but because pressure changed their mindset. Instead of trusting preparation, they became afraid of mistakes. Once fear enters your performance, hesitation follows quickly. Championship athletes are different, folks. You see, they attack opportunities. They trust instincts. They recover quickly after mistakes. One bad play doesn't scare them out of competing aggressively. Yes, I've seen quarterbacks throw interceptions and confidently attack the next drive. I've seen basketball players miss big shots and still demand the ball again. I've seen baseball players strike out and confidently step back into the box. Weak confidence becomes cautious after mistakes. Elite confidence remains aggressive. So stop overthinking everything. Many people are emotionally stuck because they overthink everything. Every decision, every opportunity, every conversation, and every risk. You see, overthinking creates paralysis. Yes, it paralyzes you. Fear constantly asks, what if I fail? What if people judge me? What if it doesn't work? What if I'm not ready? Eventually, people stop moving forward. Some people spend years waiting to feel perfectly ready. But confidence rarely arrives before action. Confidence usually grows through action. Growth requires risk. Leadership requires courage. And dreams require movement. Eventually, you'll have to stop overthinking and trust yourself enough to move. That's what let it fly really means. Stop overthinking and trust yourself enough to move. The secret to success, being able to move forward under pressure. Let me give you a business and a leadership application to this. In business and in leadership, hesitation can destroy momentum. Leaders who constantly second-guess themselves create uncertainty within their organizations. Businesses miss opportunities because the fear delays action. Teams lose confidence when leadership becomes overly cautious. This message is not about reckless decisions. It's about trusting preparation enough to move decisively. You see, the best leaders, they gather information, they prepare carefully, they think strategy, and then they move confidently. Successful people eventually realize that no major success story exists without risk. At some point, someone had to take that shot, make that decision, launch that business, and lead that team. Yes, trust the vision or step into pressure courageously. How to let it fly under pressure? Number 1, prepare relentlessly. Yes, preparation reduces fear. The more prepared you become, the more confidently you'll perform. Number 2, stop chasing perfection. Perfection creates hesitation. Growth requires mistakes, sometimes. Number 3, recover quickly after the failure. Everybody struggles sometimes. The key is emotionally recovery speed. Mentally tough people reset quickly. Number 4, trust your training. At some point, preparation must become trust. Stop second-guessing yourself constantly. Trust the work. Number 5, attack your opportunities aggressively. Yeah, fear waits. Confidence attacks. Champions don't spend their lives hesitating. They move. They move. Number 7. Well, what do you say we just reflect here for a moment? How about it? Ask yourself honestly, where in my life am I hesitating because of fear? What opportunities am I avoiding? What decisions am I delaying? And what dreams am I talking myself out of? Many people are not failing because of lack of ability. They're failing because fear stole their aggressiveness. Eventually, you must decide, will fear control me, or will I trust myself enough to move forward? You see, pressure will always exist. Critics will always exist. And failure is always possible. But mentally tough people understand something powerful. You cannot perform at your best while constantly protecting yourself from mistakes. At some point, you have to trust yourself. You have to trust that preparation. You have to trust that growth. Yes, folks, trust the work. When the moment comes, let it fly. Take the shot. Lead the meeting. Start the business. Step into pressure. Attack the opportunity. Because hesitation rarely creates greatness. Courage does. So this week, stop playing scared. Stop overthinking. Trust your preparation. Recover quickly. And move aggressively towards your purpose. Let it fly. Because people who trust themselves become extremely dangerous under pressure. Hey, thank you for joining us on the Mental Toughness by Coach P podcast. If you know someone who needs this message, please share this podcast. And also be sure to visit our website, inspiringthem.com. That's inspiringthem.com for our books, courses, videos, and mental performance resources. Hey, let's keep strengthening your mindset. Let's keep trusting your preparation and keep moving forward. I'm Coach P, and I'll see you next week. Have a great day, and be sure you're moving forward. Hey, let me ask you something. When pressure hits, when things get hard, when others quit, what keeps you moving forward? The answer is mental performance, and that's exactly what we teach at Inspirational University. Start with the powerful book, Mental Toughness by Coach P. Then take the next step with our online master classes, one in passion, finding your dream job, the other in goal setting, and the third, mindset, learning how to move forward under pressure and controlling your self-talk. We've also launched our newest book collection, the Mental Performance Series, starting with Volume 1, Passion, Belief, and Achievement, with future volumes coming soon to help you continue building the mindset and discipline needed for success. You can also follow our podcast and our daily words of encouragement over at our YouTube station. But to get more information and learn how to get started today, go to our website, inspiringthem.com. Inspiringthem.com. Hey, train your mind, improve your purpose, and achieve your potential. Coach P, have a great day. Move forward.